Alright, welcome to Ditto version 3 installation and specifically for the Legacy add-on for Blender 4.2 and like a general overview and some helpful information like to avoid some confusion. So first, let's get rid of all these. So I will right click here and go to delete hierarchy. That deletes everything in the folder, including the folder. If I just hit delete, it will just delete the folder and leave everything that's in it outside of it. So we're going to go ahead and just delete everything. And to install the Legacy add-on of Ditto version 3, let me go back, hit edit, then hit preferences. And the preferences, Blender preferences, go to add-ons, hit this tab here. And then you want to go over here to this drop down arrow, the add-on settings, or I guess that's what it's called. And then click right here to install from disk. So you'll locate wherever the Ditto zip is, version 3 point, whatever number you got. And then once you have it in here, if it's not showing up, just hit Ditto and make sure this little box is checked. If it's not checked, it won't work. So make sure it's checked. If it's checked, it'll work. And if you want to make sure it stays next time you open up, if it crashes for some reason and it didn't save in time, just hit save preferences and then you don't have to worry about it. Now, where is the Ditto add-on panel? If you hit the N key, it will pop up over here. This will pop up the side panel. If you hit this little arrow right here, that will do the same thing. And I don't know where it is over here, but just hit the N key. Yeah, I don't know how to close it after you open it, but select the Ditto version 3 side panel bar over here and it will pop up with Ditto. So let's go over in order. There's 3 main panels in Ditto. There's the add panel where you're gonna have, that's where you add everything and some adjustments. Viewer, that's when you view all the modifiers that's associated up to what I was able to add, and the geo setups. And it has custom menu setups to where it will hide and show exactly what you need when it's selected and when it's on and when it's being used. So I did everything I can to make it user friendly, and it has its own separate section for metaballs, so it's also called M-ball. So if you have a metaball selected, this will pop up instead, and if it doesn't show, just hit this arrow and then it should show. If like you accidentally hit it and nothing happened, and when you hit it and it appears empty. And then links is where you'll find the documentation, donation, Discord, and YouTube playlists. The documentation is being updated still. I'm trying to make it as user friendly and easy to read as possible using pictures and then explaining what each area is and what each set of buttons are. So it's taking a lot longer than I thought it would, and so I'm making these videos to have something faster and get it up here so y'all can have access to it. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. So this red button right here is add Ditto layers. It will ask you a confirmation, okay or cancel. If you hit cancel, it won't do anything. If you hit add Ditto layers, Ditto layers, it will add the Ditto layers into the Ditto folder, and it adds the Ditto folder too. So like even if you have something selected here, once you add another set, it adds another set underneath it. So its own separate Ditto layer. That's main focus is to make a single object. That's what it wants to do. It wants to make a single object. And the more objects you add, the slower it gets, and the more computations you have, the slower it gets too. And basically work in low res and then finalize it in high res. And there's different techniques to go about doing this, and I'll show you all the techniques I know of to help you out. But right now let's just go over general overview. So This is where you have Ditto tools, objects, curves, metaballs. And you can just click once and then hover over it and then select what you need. This is where you link objects to a collection, so you can link the same object to a different collection, so you can use it in 2 different blendings. And this is convert to. So this is where you convert to mesh, but I need to cover over something. So when you have Ditto object selected, go into item tab over here. You'll notice that location, rotation, and scale is locked. Now it's locked so you don't mess anything up while it's like off center it and like it, because it relies on the location of what's in these folders. And if you start moving around with some settings, it's going to move them with it and leave some staying where they are, and it's going to just mess up your blending experience. So let me show you how to like take care of this. So click this, click convert to mesh, click the new mesh, go to the item tab, and just click once, and while you're still holding down the left mouse button, just hover over it and unlock it. You're good to go. And that's all you need to do. And it's very quick and it's very easy to do. And I'll be covering over like ways to like fix problems that you're going to encounter with some things. And let's go ahead and continue. And I'm gonna delete these. Click here, and view for display will display for all the objects, curves, metaballs, the same viewport display. And if you hold Alt while clicking, so if you select multiple objects, click this, hold Alt, and then click wire, then it's going to turn all of them into wireframe. And you don't want to turn the Ditto object to a wireframe, because then the blending is going to look like a wireframe. But the objects you put in the layers, that's what you want to turn into wireframes. So make sure you have the right object selected. The viewer, this will change based on what's selected. So this is what a Ditto layer looks like. And let me just show you some of the Ditto blendings here. It has a whole bunch of stuff that we need to cover, and it's going to take a while in documentation, so that's why I'm going to make some videos going over it. But this works for object like some modifiers too. And I don't have everything for like certain modifiers, like the skin modifier. I can't add everything. I tried, but I gotten pretty close. So some things are simplified and you just need to go into the modifier, use it, but these work. The custom made ones, they work. And if you need to scroll down, you can use the mouse wheel to scroll, and some of these turn on and off, and some of them just hide. So this one just hide. This one actually turns smoothing on, and Boolean turns on when you click it too, and pre-mirror turns on when you click it, and EX turns on when you click it also. It turns on and off. So in color, I believe color, yeah, I think it turns on and off. We'll double check that. But all in all, I think that covers most of the beginning part. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask in Discord or on Blender Market or in Gumroad, wherever you purchase Ditto. And if you're wondering, like I have links to Ditto in the description below. And if you want Ditto for a cheap price, you can get it on Gumroad for a cheap price. Just look into the description. I have tons of discount codes ranging from $0 all the way to $35, because the original price is $40. So you have the opportunity to be one of the first few to get it for a cheap price. And once it's gone, it's basically gone, unless there's like some sale or something. But yeah, on Blender Market there's a 50% sale for $20, so it depends on what you want. Some people just like being on Blender Market better, And Gumroad, I'm giving you more bang for your buck.